Welcome to LC Screen Talk. My name is Larry, and today I'm bringing you my first episode of Movie Nerds Club, a collaborative series featuring many friends here in the FilmTube community as we come together once a month to share our thoughts on a singular topic. And here, on episode 1, we are discussing our top 5 favorite Disney movies. Now, we are only discussing Disney animation here. Disney Animated Studios. No Pixar, no live action, just those animated classics that the studio has built its brand off of. Now, I did just do a top 50 favorite animated films of all time here on the channel. So if you are an animation fan, make sure to check out that series and see where these Disney classics made their way onto the list. In addition, if you have seen that, you might know what many of my picks are going to be. So before I jump into my official 5, here are 3 honorable mentions that I just had to give a shout out to. The Jungle Book has long been one of my favorites. It's an easy breezy, good time with some fun messages and a wonderful environmental undertone. Dumbo is a beautiful little film that unfortunately hasn't aged the best and thus has fallen a little bit further down my list. However, Dumbo as a character is the cutest thing to ever come out of Disney animation. His relationship with Timothy is so cute, sincere, and heartfelt, and of course, that bond between he and his mother Jumbo is truly one of the most special in all of Disney. And finally, Mulan. Yes, the weekend that the live-action remake comes out. Why not revisit just how amazing the animated classic is? Between its wonderful gender dynamics, the beautiful animation, and stunning songs, Mulan is thrilling, funny, and a beautiful message all rolled into one. So at number 5, I have Zootopia. One of the most recent Disney classics and winners for Best Animated Feature Film, Zootopia really is something special. Nick Wilde and Judy Hopps are fantastic together. They play wonderfully off of one another and have this great buddy cop chemistry as we move throughout. Plus, the idea behind Judy and overcoming to accomplish your goals is one that kids can never tire of hearing. It's a beautiful message that constantly needs to be reinforced. In addition, the broader message of Zootopia is one that is just as timely now as ever, and unfortunately will continue to be timely. The idea of prejudice and stereotyping, racism, and the ugliness that comes along with all of that, delivered in a way that's palatable to both children as well as adults. Not to mention, it's a whole lot of fun. The jokes are hilarious, the character work is top-notch, the animation is absolutely stunning, and the world building is second to none. Yes, even with a cop as our main protagonist, Zootopia is still great. At number 4, we're actually staying in the revival era. I have Moana. My favorite of the recent Disney films, and clearly one of my favorite Disney princess films of all time. Moana just struck a really special chord with me. As a character, she is determined, she is relatable, she fails and she finds her self-assurance to be fragile, but she never gives up and continues to feel the love and uplifting of her family to see her to the finish line. It's really just beautiful. That scene with her grandmother coming to help her, is stunning. Speaking of stunning, the animation is amazing. I don't think we've ever seen animated water look this good. Every single time we have to interact with that water, it looks out of this world. And Moana does a great job of blending more cartoonish animated features with that hyper realism that animation has really steered toward in recent years. When you see that detailing of her coarse, beautiful curly hair up against this really smooth, pretty face, it makes for a stunning film all around. Not to mention, the songs, once again, are amazing. The journey is a whole lot of fun, and every single character in this film is someone that we can cheer on and root for. Moana was just something special for me. At number 3, I have Aladdin. Yes, you ain't never had a friend like this. I love Aladdin, and how could you not, really? One of the most purely fun and vibrant films of the Renaissance era, Aladdin delivered everything we had come to expect from an amazing Disney classic. The songs are some of the best in the entire Disney catalog. The animation is beautiful and inventive. Everything to do with the genie, from Robert Williams' portrayal to the inventive ways he comes and goes, turns into other creatures. It's fantastic. And the love story is one of the sweetest in all of Disney for me personally. When we finally get that first kiss between Jasmine and Aladdin, it's truly something special. Yes, people can make fun of it for all of its romantic cheese, but A Whole New World is one of the most gorgeous song set pieces I think we've gotten in Disney history. It is beautiful. Plus, it was really great for me personally to see a brown lead male protagonist as well as this beautiful, fierce brown princess. And even though they're not the same heritage as I am, as a kid, it just really impacted me growing up and really connected me and endeared me to these characters on a level that I wasn't even able to fully comprehend as it happened. Coming in at number 2, I have The Lion King. What is there to say about The Lion King these days, right? So everything I just said about Aladdin that has to do with the Disney classics, copy and paste it on over to The Lion King because it does them just as well, checks all of those boxes. The Lion King delivers arguably the most memorable music soundtrack in all of Disney's history and quite possibly film history. Every single song from this film is instantly recognizable, simultaneously catchy, and leaves its mark in film history. Plus, it was such a great idea to bring the idea of Hamlet and just apply it onto lions in the Serengeti. It works. These animals are so expressive. The story of Hamlet obviously is timeless and can be applied over and over again because of that timeless quality. And it just works so well with the characters that they develop, from Simba to Nala, and of course that amazing relationship between Simba and Mufasa, who is one of the best movie dads of all time. All of our side characters are a whole lot of fun, with Timon and Pumbaa as well as Rafiki, even good old Zazu. Everybody has some fun jokes and wonderful lines to deliver, and we are given my personal favorite Disney villain of all time, Scar, with his wonderful campy self, delivered beautifully by Jeremy Irons. Yes, probably it's cliche to put The Lion King in my top 5, but when it's this freaking good, how can I deny it? I love The Lion King. And coming in at number 1, my favorite Disney animated film of all time is Beauty and the Beast. I absolutely adore this film. It is still the only animated film to garner a Best Picture nomination when we only had 5 nominees. And that's a testament to just how amazing it is. I first want to talk about the animation because it's stunning and very innovative. Beauty and the Beast was on the cutting edge of Disney experimenting with 3D animation as they began to weave in those 3D elements to the 2D classical animated style. And it is never more present than that absolutely beautiful sequence in the ballroom dance scene. Across the board, the animation is stunning. The songs are so fun. One of the best Disney sidekick songs in Be Our Guest of all time. It's wonderful. And that sequence, amazing. Belle has always been my favorite Disney princess, as this headstrong woman who is still caring, holds family dear to her heart, and is actually willing to risk her entire life to save her father. But more so than love, being a princess herself, she valued education and she valued her dreams and trying to push beyond the boundaries that had been set around her. And it's a really beautiful message that's handled wonderfully. Beast obviously undergoes the biggest physical transformation of any of the male protagonists or princes of the Renaissance, but I think Beast actually goes through one of the biggest internal transformations, and it's really great to see he and Belle grow as people together. Both halves of our lead romance actually get development and character growth, and that's something we don't often see in the princess line. Gaston is wonderful as a villain, and of course it's great to see that trope inverted, where the hunky leading man is actually the evil villain we have to defeat, while the snarling, hairy beast is, in the end, the sweet prince that we love. Everything about Beauty and the Beast is absolutely perfection. I will always love it, and it is still my favorite Disney animated film of all time. So those were my top 5 favorite Disney animated films. And our first installment of the Movie Nerds Club. So make sure you are joining in on the club. We have Rachel Wagner, Mainly Movies, Ryan Cam, and Ren Geekness all participating in this first installment of the Movie Nerds Club. So make sure that you head on over to each of their channels, see what their top 5 favorite Disney films are, and drop them a like and sub while you're there. Before you leave, since you're here, hit that like button down below and subscribe to the channel so you are always up to date on my latest videos. Make sure you're joining in on the discussion by leaving your favorite Disney animated films down below, or, of course, by hitting me up on Twitter. I love you all so much for your continued support. Mwah! Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!